Obazafa wo nyina adwo eba UTV anyime no nsiabre mu kase boso edam asesem kaye ho de semufo asem na anyime yatena sese de bremu se kase bo meka wo se ukodi STV ne so channel 360 wo sabeka wo sanso na social media handles no nyina UTV Ghana wo sabeka wo Facebook ubenya nsemi bi eti ahwe ewo ho na wahu ense de brewi se de esi ekono na yatena se anyime de yemfa aseda manyumeku a omoso yasin se anyime yemfa kase bo me na this chocolate drink yes na ni bina no eboa pa sanse Ghana koko ahodin ewom sanso need food need tabenkwan nyime se de ntempa na aduana ekra na buso nyina anya biadi yatum ntin de na YouTube editor sort na nchi papa iodine wo ma eboa na ma ya hodin atumi agina yi nti no so ya papa special ice mineral water wodi de wie no nyi nsu papa sanso na no ne papa wo no ma beboa no special ice drinks no and so nya bia papa ebeboa na bank the best point for sika sembe down mu esanse ombehwe na akoyi eti amount yatwa sensema de ba de di makutin ebi ni se omampani eguso a eda o man Ghana ma ase ode akopi mu asantibante na kegetia edwa mu si no de tosumi no wakoho no se obomode sa afi be ko na wiye no na aban yatumi awi
Edwem kuma wo mmahye bedwem akaseti ya basabasa ya ekoso ewo nanu ada Ablekuma North empesua so aba wotoyem
Sanso eno mampani e de atudwa e wa santimante mu so momodi ase obatena kodwan so nyoma ehia se akwan ne ade no obehwe na asantimante mu so no ebi atumi akoho
aban e de atudwa se de solar street light eno na ye beko na 23500 enwo adwuma no wo ye se de be ya pressure emma enyinam nkanea eso
Sanso ena aban enya sika opepepem eduotwe num $85 million na ochese omubehwe so afọhwe nyam sam so se aban behwe se baby a nsuo atwa mo ho ahia ne ade no sam patem no eho no mo de sa nkane asembekọ na be awia de ni bi solar eno mo eba beye
achim wenchi ewe premantam emare hosam ene se galamse amana akasa nipa bi ama enipa 9 watina nanam ewo nsie do afofo bebre aka ehyehe amana no ase
Where sembi ena yatena se de ba bebrem se nyime no nsia bremu kase bo asemfo asemu midin edi anim ado mene
obahima efiachire
afi yuran senuma na yekọ asantimantemu Ghana mampani Excellency John Dramani Mahama obedi akonwen abato na de ne bae na obetra akonwa so no hye se obeda oman manase sanse Ghana fo na editumi ababehye nsa enti se oba pro na oda Ghana man masere no edena kwa kopie asantimantem no do asantimantem no chese edwa ya nebreso bedi akonwe edikan no osiye no de tosumienu aban eba no ebeto aso na omunwie ye no ene wa hye bose obehwe sa afi be kọ na wie na sa kegetia edwa tosumienu phase 2 no watumi awie no chese se dwai etumi kọ na wie ya enipa ombetumi anya baabi edidwa ho no ebro empim adio no 20000 na chese bebo apa so chese so tumi ye wie a ebetumi aboa
Jumedia mekasa wase no 2 o'clock ya ene ebeye enti na emreka kra ewo ho ena we say ne mamintu anamon na membehwe kejetia phase 2 bebia ejuma na edru na mini contractor for no enkasa mini omokasa enso omode ejuma na edru echire ejuma na edru 66% completion enti ye be shemukina tene be ya ombetimi awie ne ntem na contractor for no many omokasa ye no se bibia akoyie ebedru afie eba ebedru na wie ye no na chese edwa no ye wie kra na wohwe sa edwa no na wo de ka we ho a nipa dodo a ombenya bebi atena edi omudwa no ebedu be 20000 nipa ene benya enti ya ma memo eni ye nuama no ana omudi dwa wo ho a ye yi omu free ho se ye besi phase 2 no ya chiro mu nyina di fefefe enti ye wie sa Ghana Omo ene de ombekwa akotena ho first. Ansana yaje ebim so abeka ho. Tunwani Jack ho, Techiman Jack ho, Mankesim Jack ho. Enti makachire mayor say ontro Emma vice president. Say vice president me first adwumedi na so. Na onfa Crowfrom market emfa nka ho. Ebi say the kan ho a ebema kwan aba say na be aye maame mo ne enuama no na apese mu di dwa no. Obi a benya bebi atena na omo afi kwan chen senya sisi a yetimi hu no enti ade a nyame adom ye besom ata place the be adwuman ya papa ta nyame fa ni crazy e bi ho bi aba ho bi ye ye badifo ye de aba ho ne ye kasa ho obi amu ayen enti nyame bi aba ma ni wura ma de ya wamba asante nyambo asante e mai bo afo ye wura sa tutu bo afo ye wura na ni ma bo afo e bi ye na ni ma dia ye sa wo sa wo no anya behu eni me ni ya be ya ma ye na kwa se ye wura eni na ahima eni asante mani na waba to na asante mani ye wura se woni ni pa nyame ye aba be fi abo asante mani
Edom kuma wo mrahye bedwam ade atodwa se nano ada Ablekuma North abayi a Electoral Commission ekoto ye e wo mpesua ne bi eso no wokase wani agede ekoso a na wo ebo sisakasaka no entwe yi kra.
The targeting of journalists during the Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun represents a particularly grave assault on press freedom. A Joy News reporter was physically assaulted, while GH1 TV journalist Ajekum Banahin was attacked by a police officer at the Church of Pentecost, North Odoko Polling Station 2. These attacks on media practitioners are fundamentally incompatible with democratic governance. Press freedom is a cornerstone of Ghana's democracy. The most disturbing aspect of the Ablekuma North violence is not just the brutality itself, but the deliberate endorsement and celebration of these attacks by senior government officials. For example, Dr. Hannah Bissou, Louisa Bissou, National Women's Organizer of the NDC and CEO of the Minerals Development Fund, provided perhaps the most damaging response with her statement that violence begets violence, quote, end quote, and her suggestion that the brutal attacks were somehow justified. Even more shocking is the Facebook post by Malik Basintali, Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Youth Employment Agency and Deputy National Communications Officer of the NDC, who apparently celebrated the man who attacked Honorable Mavis Hawakumsun with a disturbing declaration, and I quote, "From today, I name him the Flying Python. He shall be in charge of the 5K Air Force," end quote. This grotesque celebration of violence against a former member of parliament represents a new low in Ghana's political discourse. Both officials hold senior positions in President Mahama's government, and their inflammatory rhetoric actively undermines Ghana's democratic institutions. Their words embolden further lawlessness and signal to potential perpetrators that violence will be excused, justified, and even celebrated by the governing party. The Minority Caucus demands the following actions: the immediate dismissal of violence-endorsing officials. President Mahama must immediately dismiss Dr. Hannah Louisa Bissou from her position as CEO of the Minerals Development Fund and Malik Basintale from his role as acting CEO of the Youth Employment Agency. Their celebration and justification of violence against opposition figures disqualifies them from holding any public office. This dismissal must happen to demonstrate that the government does not condone political violence. All individuals involved in the Ablekuma violence must be arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The police must provide daily updates on their investigation and arrest. There can be no impunity for those who attack our democratic process. The Ghana Police Service must conduct a thorough investigation into their security failures, including the alleged role of Chief Superintendent Lumor Frederick Sunanu. Any officers found to be complicit in the Ablekuma North violence must face immediate dismissal and criminal prosecution. President Mahama must publicly condemn the Ablekuma North violence and personally apologize to Honorable Mavis Hawakumsun, Nanekwe Friye, and all the victims of the violent attacks. His statement must be unequivocal and without any qualification or justification for the violence.
Amampeni John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency Edi Atua Santimanim se eba akwani ade abetena komesi obehwe ne waboa na etumi akoyi baby etise akwan a okọ ofiri enkran Kumasi a baby wo ho a na wo se yitu mfichire na etumi aboa na kwan mu ada ho ne aye na bonta eye bypass no ochese dodo na ombeye baby setepa manso sanso na adanse ne nyina no obehwe se akwan ani mpuntu ebeba sa emia yi.
Under the big push, we are going to commence the construction of what we call the Greater Kumasi Bypass. The first quadrant of this bypass will go through Ejiso and link the Mampong and Techiman roads. It means that all the big articulated trucks that are heading to Burkina Faso and Mali will no longer come through Kumasi City. They will turn right at Ejiso and appear on the Techiman Road. This will help decongest the city. It will promote safer travel and restore Kumasi's urban integrity. We also have earmarked the reconstruction of roads in the Tepa area, in the Manso area, and in the Adanse areas. In the aviation sector, the contract has been awarded and the contractor is mobilizing to site for the extension of the runway of the Prempeh International Airport. This will allow larger aircrafts to land and enhance Kumasi's global connectivity with the rest of the world, making it a gateway for international travel, investment, and tourism. In addition, the long-awaited Accra-Kumasi Expressway is on course. Feasibility and design work are in progress, and God willing, we shall cut the sod early next year for the start of this iconic project. Don't confuse the Accra-Kumasi Expressway with the Accra-Kumasi Road Dualization Project. They are two separate ones. The expressway is a completely different expressway. It is 3 lanes on each side, and it's going to cut the traveling distance from Accra to Kumasi by 50 kilometers. The new expressway will enhance logistical movements and strengthen national integration. The expressway will have rest stops, it will have filling stations, and it will have all the facilities for safe travel between Accra and Kumasi. We will toll the expressway, and so the money that is generated will go to pay for the cost of constructing the expressway.
Yeko epwe mantam ekura ene achim wenchi ewo denchebo mensin ewo epwe mantam no emo arawo sema eto dwa ene se Accra ennan wo meti nananom ewo nse do ebra galamse asase bi ebu ede egu omso afofo bebro aduo no wo mo aka asase na se a afei ene ye hye sempanyfo ebetumi aye bibia kwabna fori majoe
mini aba mejo so
kwabna arawo sema esi daben
Yo, a board better no 90 column ya, and I say, I wrote some if you are seeing here no more than Jambo, Mentimo. That is a aquatia about some Pessia, so I will have to win to Crana. A hot anomana, MP or work with TNS Yakumi, Nikroman Catano. Okay. Now, I wrote a mail by Nano. Your boy and a more copy, a year gallant size war at the end of years, you know, not to say, a moo, Nippon 9. Na omutimi bo mo mmodi a omu eyi wo mo anatete kana nan omato na nanom e won tiedo omutimi e bo mo mmodi se yi ba ko de na nyame adom enkwa wonimu a omatabrim no e de no ekọ eye ayarsa bi omukore se ombetimi age ne nkwan e de ama no na asemi nyina ne se eye galamte Peter omacha eye amna kesi omacha a omu etu sika kokọ wo mu na omato eban eno eben eye enzukesi eye bremu nso ye omahono no potopoto yi eben nti eyade se betimi achi abamu nti omato ban atihye eye boto ni we ewo ano se de be nso no entimi enchi emaka amnani na omuguso omudidi mu na enta amna no ayemre enu nti ne ensuo no etwi ya tete abu afa eye amna no so a enya de se omo ana omo wo amene no na omutimi epie eba abontinti amumu wa de na tete enipa eburu bese adio no ye ko pie ono ma yebuta omo na omutema enipa na omo kura adio no emema nso nko ana doso ena omutimi akoka amena na se anya de so omutimi eyi wo na tete enum na ye yi wo na enan atoa nana no wonse do no eno na bepe na nwumre yetimi ayi wo ma na so omutimi abo omo ho modin ayi wo mo a police for Yamiadum Oma be pure on my omuhe say Bambo bet me across the day obi so elfa home koto ameni na ono so ensure ne nkwa na so amenu ya de enya de say omatime yi obia aka enipa nu no mayi wo mo no ehu esi egusu aye wa chen mu aye say fire service one be pure am omatime atwi so ni nyina fra ameni anta no omatime ehu omo maka ewo amana na se enya sa de a ene say yeni a police for no agent na wire ni nya de so bia so betimi a return life ato enso nim apa ko so if any program so to enso nim a enam se na ya amana ni no a kenete ni bi akata won so it is all enfoni na e twaguna enso na ewo abonten no a ya amana donko a tete ania asa akata so
kwabna emu ya kakra na yeyi o mu no hwe mu fi a o ma di bebe sen
so we show mu nyina so ye mranti a omo ye magunu pa we show mu fie ne dia na me ha mani a e be se de wanyini kura na ebi a obenya be se ediasa e de ko ediasa ba ko mienu ni miensa entem won na so mo ma ka na magunu a omo mu sisi omo so pa be me ha mani nka de ne na ebi a eduonu de ko ediasa e no mu fie no e betimi afi honum
Mesre o say police for ba on ti adenti na omo make effort bi ase bi a si ye twinsuo nse de wo kan ye o si ye tu ba bi a hwe o se dan na nke ya hyase yi omo maka wase no
Mini aba so ba bi mu ho no ma anokwase mi se de e cha wo enfonyini wo TV no so ta pepepe omba ye se de omu gina ho no sa enya de se omu fro bi se onfa excavator bi metutu o zen so yemfa pumping machine bi emesi so na ye nya de se bi sa akoso e gina no omu gina ho ta omu bo ban se bi a obi mfa omu ho emeto eye enso no no so enhwe ne nkwa apart from that there enya de se omu make effort bi ase bi omu ye bibia
wow enti nipa 9 ye de mu no coin e na de yeyi na wo se nkwa kakra wonu mu no so ne ho te sen
so uhwemu a atimwenti no eben atimda chen akwatia na ye district no capital nti ni susu se ye de ni ejina ho na omode omko ye no ni susu se omode be ko ye odan government hospital na mum de na won hwere ne nkwa ne de na nya nti ye se ye atimwenti wo na abaya sabie bi e wo ho no e na omode le eko so omko ye se omubetimi age ne nkwa e di amana
se anka daro ma onu timi kasa ya na ebehu dodo a na wo mo ye wo ho
sawa tanya empo no na bi nsu gina amana no so ye kotu bi a omukra na bo omo modin omutimi yi sa enum no ntinye omo ana omaka amana na tene nkwa na bi nso e wo ho no se on se to ko galante taita ebi wa amana nim e na bi nso gyina amana no so nti omo wa amana nim tu anua na omo wo esoro no nso age eti na omo wo amana no so no omo kra na be fi a omo ye course ma nipa dom eti ne ba ho no mo bi anta ne yehu da bibi saa akoso aya amana no so
nti omo na bo amana ya me yehu so omo maka ase kra be braduo no
pepe na unim omo nsa nye emema nso ehu kakra wo mu ye ya yedi nka akopie ho no no kra na ye pete ye no omo kakra obi a mafan abezo mu nsa police won e ba ho no we ya no de ne ho akanwura we ya no de ne ho akanwura te se omo pete dia ye ba be so omo pechi na ya bisa omo nse bia nti omo nyina akọ even pokra ye na ye nsantrofo na ekoduru ho no na omo pete e be champo ni bia ye bia o cheye ansa na police won ntate so omo ba na omo jani jani no ansa na ye nya kwan ya yenso ye twitwa emfonyine wo no
ho galamse no de yekoso pa ho
mini aba ekoso papa we ye nkwa gina ansa na ye gua so we emfonyine na asafe a eda ho kama na omo bia eso no baye na galamse fo na timi funtam no saa e wo ho no no
wow kwabele mu ya enso se de wo kan se ja prosifo abegina gina ho bibia nkoso de ne ye nhwe esenyame ya adom na nchina bibi pie fi mananka odi adom ye
matimi ni aba
arehosema asi ewo achim wenchi denchemo mansi ewo poema ntemo eno ene ama ne bofo kwabena fowi ede emai kwaku
Ebusanfo yebegyina galamse semu so na yede asede di kan ama yaboafo UTV so ya ne ho ba eba beto akasebo no eso Observer Makwaba Bakasebo so ye twaso e wo UTV so also afo a ohwe oman nyinam sem so Honorable Abu Jinapo John Edensem atudwa na o kan se na se ensem ebeda adwa se aban pese electricity company adwuma no oton edema nkrakra ne no ene ne nhehye aban di aba se edubra no a osoafo ba bu nkonta adwuma ho ye ho ede akire oman ma na ofu apa ene o chese ensem ebeda adwa sa anye sa na tie di aban aye ne se electricity adwuma no ompese dum so ne ade bebenti no ebie entwe yi no opese ohwe na nka nkrakra bam no danda na adwuma ne mu aban ye nadwen se wakwa koshia ba sonko ye cabinet se oma fadwen so mba beton electricity company se enye sa na asem nchirimu etie.
Under the instructions of His Excellency the President, I have been directed to review the cash waterfall mechanism allocation to increase efficiency, transparency, and equity in its operations. We are making some additional savings, and we want to ensure that those savings are applied in a judicious and efficient manner to bring about overall efficiency in the sector. I'm happy to note that as a result of these policy interventions, ECG's monthly revenues is witnessing some significant increase. This increase represents about 47.3% increment as compared to same period last year. And so as you can see, we are seeing some real significant increase in revenues, but because of the huge challenges and the debt that we encountered, we need to pursue additional policy measures to ensure that we put the power sector on an even keel. We are also working very hard to increase rural electrification. So far, we've connected 63 communities, and we are launching a massive rural electrification project to ensure that we achieve universal access to electricity by the end of 2028. To ensure that we increase the revenues and also bring about efficiency, Cabinet has approved the private sector participation in ECG's distribution network. And let me put on record, we are not selling ECG. What we are seeking to do is to involve the private sector, particularly in the billing and collection sector. And I encourage Ghanaians to take a keen interest in this. We have good Ghanaian entrepreneurs, good Ghanaian businessmen. This is an opportunity for you. Get involved and help us to bring about improvement in the sector.
Yedaswa wa hodini so for Honorable John Jinapo na kache no tese my Ghana yetu anamo bi edi akoyenim street light bese 23,500 a edi awia solar power eno ne edi ba be ye adwuma wo memekoba ne sa ebeboa e ma pressure enkoye nkane asem no.
As part of our street lighting project, I'm happy to announce that we've commenced the installation of all-in-one solar street lights. We intend to do 23,500 units covering a distance of 700 kilometers so that gradually we can take solar as the main focus and move our street lights away from the grid. The street lights depend largely on the grid, and unfortunately these street lights come on during the peak period. The difference between the peak period and the off-peak period can range around 400 to 600 megawatts. And these street lights alone accounts for more than 200 megawatts. And so if we can take them off and put them on solar systems, it means that we'll be shaving off about 200 to 300 megawatts, and that will contribute significantly towards efficiency in the sector. We are working very hard to also bring some departments, agencies, and government schools and clinics on board by installing solar rooftops. And if we do that, it means that we'll also be bringing about efficiency and reducing the electricity bills of these institutions. A couple of weeks ago, we launched our EV promotion program so that these EV vehicles would depend on solar for charging. I commissioned the first one at the Energy Commission, and as part of government efforts, we are importing the first EV vehicles for government agencies. So very soon you will see ministers driving EV vehicles. We'll roll it out to other departments, and heads of agencies, some of who are here, would be driving EV vehicles powered by solar power. We will, in collaboration with the private sector, extend it to commercial drivers and other users so that EV vehicles would become a norm as far as the nation is concerned. This year, the ministry is developing a 5-year strategic document for the implementation of renewable energy and our green transition agenda. This will serve as a blueprint to guide us so that Ghana can make strides when it comes to renewable energy.
Nami adoma me ndebe MPP amanyuko no ekwa akohia mu ewo Legon suapon no mu na omakoye nhyehyɛ afa amanyuko no mo edi kan abase amanyuko no edi nhyehyɛ eba so mbedi kan ato aba eyi di obekura franka ansana mato ase ho edi abasoro na eno na UTVC monte so bi sa ase MPP amanyuko no na nka kane no moto fomo ansana ba bedusoro na de omba beye ni sen eno madwen kire wo mu ewo
Omo ankasa no MPP na ankasa wo mura dada a embra no 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 mure ya adwuma beduru ne ama entiase so obi ate ne ho ase it is a changes bi kura e ba enya se di change ni ba na ye implement as ye ya mani pa ba ku bi si as ye ya mani pa ba ku bi no na ma as o mani abre a chenchira a omunya sa de no but nya de no so abeboa party no
party since a democracy ba Ghana tinkuma person be si ne both political parties, major political parties, they call prime minister from down to top because you sit down here, you can lay foundation. And sana, they do less as sana, they do destroy your book. And so on. I say, I come and say, where you're dying. I'm a person who condemn one, unsuru, or you're very secure. Say, a Danny is solid, because of foundation is solid. Now, when they go down, so they are. Nipa menu mi ensa ko gina kwa na bi say there bi edem emrafo for de beto dodo na anim say afi de enko say fi soro emfa mrafo because that need we so na kun nyina omo de don't care party no be mane fa no be keka ko no so party no e form for ne soro ne party no na MPP anyina na identity kura
ya nhwe ni ya be high. When we start from the bottom, that's a year overhauling. The people at the grassroots, say whether the police station executives, so we give them the chance to vote and elect their police station executives, who they feel say, and those executives will come and elect the constituency executives and the electoral area coordinators, and then we will elect the national executives, and then together we go and elect the flag bearer, and then that will inform the decision of electing a flag bearer who can win us the elections.
Me MPP no bia nim say me to about central was so ma contest MPP chairmanship me ni IC agbena ni nua na fa mama de me the contest me ni nipa me challenge na central was so ye adwuma ma party no NDC ampanso ba no ma feel say enkoye ni na de say koye it is MPP o man say attitude nipa na esro na esi ekọ ni de fi sebe efi soro eba from the emwa party no mesemo mo se mo suban na new executive a de yiwo mo no omo obi omo strong omo timi ejom na so abonisi a omo timi atrenchene bone no papa ba omo timi ama papa no so pie
ela me hu say the message describe no but omo sesa omo suban empanimfo a ebi manyinya bomo bra nyina awie mo makra wie school ehu na hihye omo mu omo timi nka no kre de mo bedi ne de mo bedum ti na ya no so kan kasai ekaya no me be nya ndo anodi akasa but I say my party no ho do ene hia ye we ye mo bi ne ye de moja from yan kwala brem ene bibi kakra ne ye wo esofa ma party we eye adwuma ma party we ena ne ye gira ha party no ye hu hwe no na party na ye kra wo mu no ye trasa mama say no ye kasa no kra we no yan so ya no mo se yenye omo se ye ne ye say party no ba ye de be kan no kra no until say party no ebe ye
Yema ahefo akwa abaye de kase ne ekọ adwadie ensem emo. Emrahye bedwam committee omhwe apomuden onsem eso. Won chairman honorable Dr. Matt Kett na wani edi omanim amoma konsahwe Electoral Research and Manufacturing Limited Company ewo wusokrom ewo abrase bukwamanke mensin ewo mfimfim mantam emo. Won nantesie nyina ense wo achita sonku bia odebema Electoral Research adwumeko no na etumi akọ enkan.
Penny Kwanche for the Electoral Research and Manufacturing Limited Company no Professor Samuel Duncan. Onso ka say no de to abudoko yanim se no hwe nimu e de fira ban nyina no eye mmoa aban betuma so na sensika fo mu amana dwuma ku me factory watima biom na ekese a na ka be na ni so papa.
So we can do same. Let's say we are not curing HIV. It will build your immune system when there's no antiretroviral. It will build your immune system for your immune system itself to fight the viruses itself. So this is something that the government can also adapt and use it for. And you know, if you go through a process, you realize that why is very expensive, because we spend so much to produce one bottle. And people are just faking the product by just producing something so cheap and bring it to the market and say, oh, we see a demand to sell. During the COVID time, everybody was running to the bush to look for leaves, plant-based something. It is telling you that they know that that is where the solution is. And we have the magic, and we can put them together, so we can bring you the organic product, the natural product that the body needs, which has very minimal side effects. So we are ready to partner with you. We are ready to partner with the Parliamentary Select Committee, and I believe, just as you said, it is going to work. So you can support this industry, and at the end of the day, your name will also be in the history book that when you were a member of the Parliament Select Committee, you were able to bring something out like this, and that has made a very significant impact in the global space.
No, Professor Dr. Prince Ahi Udumunyamfo ono so ejina committee nanim nyina asreye se wachina bi no Electoral Research and Manufacturing Limited wo ho sem bi pimo mrase bedwofie a wo nyina no wonya anokro na wonta adwumako na ti se na be na wo hwɛ nimu no won so wonsa e bitumi aka die yi apese ye kese a wo ye madufo che Ghana e ni benya so mfaso.
But assurance, it's not question. The assurance is this committee is ready to partner you. It's not about you. It's not about the brand, Professor Duncan. It's the country called Ghana. You see, the pride will be that our travelers, oh, Ghana, oh, Prof. Duncan, they don't know what's the here. This is where you should be looking at. Not necessarily, oh, Prof has this big building, and so we should cut down his program. We'll stand with you. You may not get it right, of course, as researchers. You were chasing after HIV stuff, right? But in that process, you've discovered so many things that is helping us today. Byproduct of that research has given us some kind of hope. So going to start by you, support you, and help eliminate some of these roadblocks that comes to you.
Na no kwakwamu no, empin for the announce be and UTV etwetwe nkomo.
I believe they has done a lot. It means that practically all those that matter have been approached. We should, as a select committee, try to find an antidote or find an antidote to this problem that exists.
Nti saban no ko oye professor atodan kanombo wo nijuma oz emanundu na tashi wiazi hinara odis ejuma obra hen ko for man no so benyam mfaso nti ne de mu nhunu de oye adesu de kasibia na odame DC for Abura Asem Kwama MP owu Felix Kwacho Fosu henodo na nimfa bebe yele ye nyanu ye no nti ne nhemi a obedeze maka na de oye bingu odemami na me MP enyima party wa Abura Asem Kwama nkasibensin mu
Uguswa ehwanyume nyonsia bremu kasebo ewo UTV so be adu ye sign impre so adane ho agiabra for krato ye ba beto Zafa de masem makwa aba se boda so kan ho UTV so anwumi no nsia bremu kase bo yeto akase bo so a na ye course afo hwe nsrahwe ene yamamre ensem so honorable Ablagomashi Jifa wakshia omode ka ema amanfo etukwan ne ade sande bro car rentals for ninyo chese nsrahwe adwuma no eka ho bi pa to do mo hia atwetwe nkomo ahwe mo haw na ade sene be ya nsrahwe ho nsem ebekoyi ewo oman Ghana mu
Meda money current phone nyina ase se mo omdi meeting yi to ho munya kwan ebeboa wo mo na ye media my imagine say menya opportunity bi say ya men kama current phone kwa but obia o ka hyen ana o kaka bia we ye koma wate yen kwa ewo munsam yesremo a yen kwa ewo munsam wo car maintenance wo hwa na ye ne ye man beboa pa wo ma ka no ho edi emuye cleaner eno so boa man pa na fe so wo behwe se wo krata wo ka no ho nyina wo insurance ye up to scratch so ho na asem bi to a na ye ho ankire yen nipa na wa form ato ka mu no omo ho nkire omo na quarantines for omo say omo ne boa ma hoho anasa hoho eba Ghana na omo wo request bi no ma se ye boa wo no ma be metimi ama omo dwuma na koyie sensenia ete no na magia tum se eyampa so omo dwuma ho hia madwuma no pa ne Ghana tourism culture and creative sector no se ebeko omo se krofo a sebi omo register so omo ye car rental for and so omo ye car rentals enti omo no a register no yeti omo futuo yeti omo tax bia wo ntua tax ni bi enso se bia benefit bia wonya so ho enti sa consent no ni enti a eho hia omo ne se se wo se omo ye 10 na omo register na 10 and register no omo ne omo pray customers na yesisi won so ho na you say nipa 20 na ye ko je omo tax a e bia tax ne cost sa by any patent no tax ne be cost it is so person ye car rental a omo sreka e na mefoa omo so say register so ho say benefit bi be de bia so register e na wo so sa benefit ne be ba no wo benya ho emfaso
ye ni je eda ekese ema our association ye car rental association na yedwumade a yede to na nimu ebi ene se enhyehyeye bi a ewo kwan mu a ebinom enni so te se obi ho a ode car ekosi kwan ho na ode ye renters on register nya hwe edwo how ne amane na de ba enipa ebekwa akofro sa afidie no so how ba yene a ye registered no na how no ebeda yeso ehyen no ya ebinom ewo how bebre ewo munti ye de to na nim se be na nka ebenya training ayede be training yen a driver for no a anka beboa esanse ahoho eba o man ni mu no omo ya adehia omo ye obi adehia omo de ba o man ni mu nti se ko ba se omo ho ka o man no ho nso enim begu ase in all no ye ba na chese ye nigie asem oje enfefefe so se nyame ya adoma obesan ne ya hia na ya koso adwendwen ho esanse enya dako ne ye bibia
abusuya kase ni nyina eha ene brema ekwan edi AC asida ekọ edi ama Pepsodent edu papa ede horo yense Pepsodent si anopanyame wadom na osori a chiusin ema osin enye fe okoda nso na otwutwiusin amonu mate kama na omo na hodo bebre wo chako ewodwa so ene wo herbal ene de keka ho emu bia obenya no eboa ema osin eye fe Pepsodent adwene ho opese ebre bia wonwinwina wonu mu kan eye hwehwe sham ye da Pepsodent ase akenkan for eye me obahima efiache miniminu abema
enim ado
ye da munyina ase
NLA 590 mobile. Today we will discuss how you can